Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you, everyone? It is Thursday evening, and I have to do a shout out to my good friend Lana in Minnesota. I was Facebook messaging her before the show, and she is hunkering down as tornado warnings are ripping through her town. And I'm telling you, that is a diehard fan right there, because she's like, I'm just waiting for your show to come on. I don't know. If that was me, I would be in the basement with covers over me and just hoping that it would all go away. I don't do tornadoes very well. But of course, I don't live in the Northwest or the Midwest. We don't have those typically here in the Northwest. So Lana, stay safe. And if you are listening, thank you for being a diehard fan. I love you. So I want to talk about being in the now, which I think probably Lana could relate to that right now, because that is what she is doing. She is truly in the now, truly in presence. So what does that mean? Being in the now. If we are so much either in the past or we are in the future, and we really don't focus on the now. And I am just as guilty as anybody else out there. And I've really, really been practicing this. I would say for the last probably 4 weeks, I've really, really been trying to stay present and be in the now. And here are some of the things that I have learned. I read a great book by Eckhart Tolle about the power of now. And there are pieces in that book that I'm still trying to wrap my head around. But some of the things really, really resonated with me. And I'm going to share those things with you tonight to help us all stay in the power of now. Because if you're in the past, if you're living in the past, which, a lot of us do, there's, we think about all the things we should have done, right? Hindsight's 50-50, they say, right? So there's pain, there's suffering, there's guilt, there's sadness, all those things about rehashing and what we should have done. But being in the future too much can bring anxiety and unease and tension. And I mean, just think about that. Anything that you're thinking about in the future, it could be financial, it could be changing a job, it could be losing your job, right? So if you think about it in those respects, those things all bring up anxiety and unease and tension. So, all of these cause overwhelm in our life, and it just blocks us. We cannot be in the present moment. And I know for me personally, there's been a lot going on in my life. And so, trying to stay present has been almost impossible for me. Our human mind loves to create problems. Problems are basically dwelling on a situation and overthinking it and causing us some type of pain. So when you're in the now, when you're focusing on right this present moment, you can't give attention to any of those other emotions. They really don't exist. It's impossible, to have resistance and ease and flow in your life at the same time. So being in the now keeps you present. And when you focus on that and you're in total awareness and in consciousness, all that stuff dissolves. You can't have both scenarios. You can't have sadness and happiness at the same time. I mean, one is going to override the other at some point. So when you think of it like that, then you can understand how being in the present is kind of right in the middle. So think about it. If you were being present right now, you're listening to the show, you're listening to what I have to say, you are truly in the present. You're not worrying about your bills. You're not worrying about your job. You're not worrying about anything. All you are doing is being in the present moment. That's what it means to be in full awareness and be in the moment. Now, think of it this way. So think of any sport, for anybody who's ever played sports, right? You're in the sport, you're on the basketball court, you're on the soccer field. All you were thinking about is that present moment. All you're thinking about is defending the guy who's next to you or the gal, right? So that they don't make that goal, they don't make that basket, right? You are in awareness, you are in the present moment. Same thing is for emergencies. When you are in an emergency situation, your adrenaline goes, and all you were thinking about is, what do I need to do right now to help this situation? That is about being in the now. So now you know what it would feel like to be in the now. So how do you create that? How do you stay in that present moment? It's really hard. You know, staying in the present moment doesn't mean you cannot plan for the future. So don't get those two confused. It's not about that. You can still plan for the future. You can still think about the future, creating your future. That's really, really important. But being in the now and focusing on the now, focusing on, you know, on the things that are important to you, family, getting out in nature, being around your kids, your grandkids, your pets, whatever that looks like for you, staying in that present moment. Because when you can do that, that's when you find the most peace in your being. So what can you do when you find yourself in the past or way too far in the future and you're having anxiety about this, right? So some of the things that you can do to redirect your focus, that's really what it is just redirecting the focus for just a little bit. So what you can do is bring your hands up to your heart, hands on the heart, because as you do that, there's something about placing your hands on your heart that redirects and refocuses all of your brain, your energies, your electrodes and your neurons, focusing right here in your heart. All the things that are important to you, all the things that are real are right here in your heart. And start breathing. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2 and release it for 4. And keep doing this until you kind of find your body release and you find your present moment and your focus. Okay? Another thing you do is realizing what you can control and you can't control, and sending them to the angels and saying, angels, I don't know what to do with this. I can't control this. So I'm releasing it to you to help me figure this out. Right? Talking with others, right? Getting clarity, talking with others, or simply letting it lay. Because when you let it lay, that's when you can bring in clarity, and it allows your brain to rest for a minute or a few hours, and then you usually will find the answers that you're seeking. So I hope that helps. Take time. It takes time. It is practice staying in the present moment. But when you find, and I have found this too, the more you can stay in the present moment, the less stressful life really is. Because if you're staying in the present moment, all those other emotions can't touch you. So I hope that helps. Right now, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Cheryl Ann in Buffalo, New York. Good evening, Cheryl, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted a couple questions. I need to know if there's something coming in my immediate future.
Okay, that's a little vague. Can you give me a little bit more insight? Are you looking for something in like
more
a job?
like a financial thing?
A financial shift. Okay. Okay. So let me tune in here really quick. There'll be just a little bit of silence as I tune into your loved ones, and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Cheryl Ann. Do you go by Cheryl or Cheryl Ann? Sorry.
Cheryl Ann.
Cheryl Ann. Okay. So I can see that that there is like an energy. So as you know, everything is energy, even money, even financial prosperity and abundance. And it's like there's a big blockage that is holding you back from all of this. Um, it's like your energy field needs to be cleared out from that for the first of all. Second of all, I feel like you're going to be doing a job change soon. Are you looking for a different job right now?
A dog?
No, a job.
Yeah, I have a dog that's going to the vet tomorrow.
No, no. Are you seeking new employment?
It's the phone is really cutting out bad.
Okay. Are you looking for a new job?
What job am I?
Are you going to be looking for a new job?
No.
Okay. The reason
No,
I
I'm
say
retired.
that, okay,
I'm
okay,
retired.
okay. There's something coming. There's something coming in, um, because they keep referring me to a job. That like there's something coming in. There's a shift or a change that's going to be coming in for you. That's going to help alleviate some of that. To alleviate some of that pressure. Um, do you have, do you by chance have rental properties?
Who?
Do you rent?
Hello?
Do you have a house that you rent to somebody else?
I help my brother out. He owns the house. My mom passed away in January, and he takes care of the house. But I help him.
Okay. Are you guys, is somebody living there? Like, are they renting it? Or are you thinking of renting the house?
No, he's bought that house outright. I rent. He owns the house. I just help out.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, I feel like there's some residual income that's coming in. And so they're showing me that it's rental, um, or there's some financial thing that maybe that your family has left that hasn't come into being yet.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like there's.
I am waiting on I just want to know because I have a settlement coming, and I just wanted to know when it would probably be here.
Okay, that's why I feel like there's money coming in and coming through. Okay, that makes sense to me. So to answer your question, yes, it is coming through. It will be coming to you. If you're questioning whether the amount is going to be in full, you know how sometimes when things are in settlement, you don't get the amount that you think that you're going to get. Your team is telling me that you will be getting that full amount. So that's good news.
Oh, yeah, that is good news. I also wanted to ask if there was a younger female around me.
I do feel the female presence. I feel like it was it your sister that the light just came back on. Is it your sister that is Was it a sister that passed away?
And no, my sister lives upstairs from me.
Okay.
No, she's still here.
Okay.
My daughter passed away back in 2017. I just wanted to know if she was around me.
Well, considering that since I've been talking to you, my lights have been flickering off and on, I would say yes, that she is very much present with you right now. I feel like she's with you all the time.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She's saying, Mom, don't worry. I'm taking care of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's true. My mom's up in heaven, too.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I thank you very much for those
You're so very
accurate
welcome.
questions. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. I'll be calling again, but thank you.
All right. Perfect. Look forward to it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Next, we have Ashley in Leroy Township, Ohio. Good evening, Ashley, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. What can we do for you tonight?
What was that?
What can we do for you tonight?
Well, it's open for a free reading.
Sure. Do you have a specific question?
Nothing specific. I do have questions about my mom or daughter, but
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm not sure how to ask them.
Just let me know what it is that's on your mind.
Okay, my daughter passed, and me and my mom no longer speak, so I don't know where to go from there.
Okay. All right. Let me see. I'm going to tune in here. So there's just going to be a couple of minutes of silence, but I will be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ashley. So I'm being shown that the rift between your mom and you really began after your daughter passed. It's really hard on your mom. You're doing better with it, believe it or not, than your mom is. She's having a hard time expressing what she's going through, and therefore it's causing the rift between the two of you. She needs to be able to talk with somebody about this to try to release it from her. She's doing a lot of grieving, and I don't mean to take this away from you because I know you are grieving as well. But I'm being shown that you are farther along in your process. You've been able to process through some of that grief and be able to start the healing process, whereas your mom really hasn't been able to do that yet. And that's where the biggest disconnect is coming between you guys. I do see the two of you working things out and bringing that together and coming back together again. So giving it a little bit more time and knowing that she is processing her own stuff and giving her that time to do that is going to be healthy for both of you.
Hmm. Okay.
Your mom is a very strong-willed person. You're you were strong-willed as well, but you are a little more, you can bend a little bit more than she can, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
So that's, that's the hard part, is that
Yeah.
she's very set in her ways, right? And you're able to kind of bend the rules a little bit to make it easier to navigate through life. And so on that piece of it, you guys don't always see eye to eye, because she has a very distinct way of seeing life, and it doesn't always match up with your way of life.
Well, that's spot on.
Yeah. So knowing that, you know, knowing that there is going to be those differences in the way that you think, you really are going to be the one to kind of bend and move, and think of yourself as like a river. You're just kind of flowing, and you're bending, and you're moving with the flow of the water, to kind of help move you and move your mom through some of these difficult times.
Hmm.
Your daughter's coming through pretty strongly right now. She was a very free spirit, a very beautiful soul, and she really loved life. And she's telling you not to worry about the situation, because it's going to come back around. She says grandma's going to see the light. Grandma's going to understand. Um, just knowing that, she is she's safe, and she is free, and she's with you all the time.
Okay.
She hasn't been gone for very long, has she?
3 years.
Okay, not that long. Not that long. So she wants you to know that she's doing okay. She's doing fabulous, in fact. Um, she says there's no pain. It's complete freedom. And she doesn't want you to worry about her, because she's just fine.
Okay.
She wants you to know that she loves you very much, that you were really her rock. Um, you were really there when she needed you, and she wants you to know that.
Okay.
She says everything is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be just fine. You have to trust. I can see her. She's showing me. Oh, there goes my light again. She's showing me like she's a little girl, and she's spinning around and around and around, and her dress is flowing and moving around with her. So she's very, very happy, and she's very, very free. And she just keeps saying, "Don't worry, I'm just fine."
Okay.
Yeah. She was very young when she passed, wasn't she?
She was 3 months.
I'm sorry?
She was 3 months.
Yeah. She was a very free spirit. She counted on you, relied on you. She says it was just her time, and she's very sorry.
Okay.
She's always going to be with you. Always.
Okay.
There's always going to be a piece of her with you. Always. So, Ashley, we are coming down to the last few seconds of our show. So, I hope this has helped.
That was helpful.
Perfect. Thank you so much for calling in tonight, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that does it here for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Hope you are all well and safe. Reach out to me on my Facebook page at Julie YeagerWalker or Medium, Julie YeagerWalker Medium, or Your Time to Shine, or www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. I've got Coffee and Connections coming up at the end of the month, a group reading. You can grab your spot to be with Darlene and I at the end of the month on Eventbrite. Check it out on my website, and you can also be looking for another special meditation series coming from me. Have a great night, everyone, and stay safe.